Assalamu alaikum students, welcome back to the channel Mathematics by Larry Panjwani. In today's class we will cover the topic algebra. In algebra we will see algebraic manipulation, algebraic fraction, how to solve linear equation, quadratic equation, or how to rearrange the formula. So we will see all these types of questions related to the past paper. So the question that's come in past paper in O level and IGC both. So there is a mix up of question of O level IGC board. So we'll see how to solve that question and we will understand the basic concept, how to middle term break the value, how to factorize, simply how to factorize the equation. So now starting with the part A. So in this question we have to add and subtract the algebraic form in the linear form. So you can see that 2a minus 5a. First I will rearrange this will become 2a minus 5a. Now negative 3b plus 4b. So 2a minus 5a will give me negative 3a, because bigger value sign will come, the bigger number is 5, so it's a negative sign, so it's a negative 3a. Minus 3b plus 4b will give me positive b. So the final answer will be negative 3a plus b. In the second part we have to expand, so I have to multiply this 5 by both the term in the brackets. So 5 multiplied by 3x, 5 3 is 15, so we have 15x. Then 5 2 is 10, so the final answer is 15x minus 10. Now moving towards the next question, that's a very interesting question. So when these types of questions come, when the simplification question come related to the algebraic, you can see the quadratic equation. So what you need to do, first try to see if there is any common we can take from the equation. In numerator we cannot take common, there is no way we can take a common from the numerator, but from the denominator we can take common. So you can see that in denominator we can take 2x as a common. So I hope this concept is clear how we taking the common. So we have x remaining and we have 3 remaining, because 2 3 is 6 and x is already we have taken the common, so we will not write x with 3. So 2x we take common, so now we have in bracket x plus 3. But in numerator this is basically a quadratic equation. This is a general form quadratic, ax square plus bx plus c. This is a quadratic equation. So we will factorize this equation by middle term break. Now what is middle term break, how do we apply middle term break? So listen to me very carefully. So the equation is 2x square plus 5x minus 3. So the first step is that multiply the first coefficient with the last value. 2 multiplied by minus 3 will give us negative 6. Okay, now you have to identify the two numbers. When I multiply that two numbers, then it will give me negative 6, and when I add or subtract those two numbers, it will give me the middle value. That's a rule of middle term break. Now I'm repeating again. I multiply the first coefficient with the last term, that is negative 3. So 2 multiplied by negative 3 gives us negative 6. Now we need to identify the two numbers. When we multiply that two numbers, that will give us negative 6. When we add or subtract those two numbers, then it will give us a middle value, that is written 5x. We need a coefficient that is 5. So now 6, so we have two possibilities of negative 6. First is 2 3 is 6 and next is 6 1 is. So which one is correct we have to identify. For example, I need negative 6. So for example, I will give negative to this or positive to this. So minus 2 multiplied by 3 will give me negative 6. Okay, that's correct. But as I told you, when we add and subtract these two numbers, it will give us a middle value. Minus 2 plus 3 will give me 1. So this means that this is not a correct value. This means that I have to move towards the next value, that is 6 and 1. So I will give negative to 1 and positive to 6. Why I am giving negative to 1 and why I am giving positive to 6, I will explain you. First, positive 6 multiplied by negative 1 will give me negative 6. That's a correct. Now in the middle value you can see that we have positive 5x. So plus 6 minus 1 will give me positive 5x. If I give negative to 6 and positive to this one, so this will give me negative 6 plus 1 will give me negative 5x. So that's why I give the negative sign to 1 and positive sign to 6. I hope this concept is clear. So this means that the middle term, we will break the middle term value by positive 6 and negative 1. So how we can do this? Listen to me. 2x square. Middle term break means you have to break the middle value. So we have two values, so we will write plus 6x minus 1x, because in middle we have x variable, so we have to write x variable with that, minus 6. So first and the last term will remain the same, just middle value will be break into two parts that we have identified the value. Now what we need to do, now we can take common. So what is the common in this? So we have a 2x common. So when I take 2x common, so I have x plus 3 remaining, and in this you can see that negative 1, only 1 I can take common, so there is negative, so negative 1 will be common. Okay, so when I take negative, remember that when you are taking common from the second term, so when there is a negative value, this means that the sign of the bracket will be changed, it will become positive. 2x x plus 3. Now these two have a same bracket. Always remember that when you apply middle term break, when you take a common after applying middle term break, these two bracket will come always same. So x plus 3 I will write one time because these are same, and then you can see that outside the bracket we have 2x minus 1. So 2x minus 1, in denominator we have 2x x plus 3. Now what we can do, we can cancel out this, so the final answer will be 2x minus 1 divided by 2x. So I hope everything is clear. That's a very simple question, just you need to understand the basic concept and how to apply middle term break. Okay, now moving towards the next question. Okay, in this we have to factorize. First we need to understand if there is any possibility to take common. So in this we can take common 2m. Okay, when we take 2m as a common, what is remaining in the bracket? We have 2m, because 2 to the 4 and m multiply m square minus 7. This will be your final answer. That's it. So as I told you, if you want to check your answer is correct or not, so you have to multiply again. 2m multiplied by 2m will give me 4m square. 2m multiplied by 7 will give me 14m. Okay, so that's the correct way. So that's it. Now moving towards the next. Now this question we have to solve. 4 is dividing, so it will goes to other side and multiply. So 4 is the 32. That's it. And this, okay, so as I told you, same variable will add and subtract with the same variable. So what I need to do, I will move 4x to this side and I will move 12 to this side. When I move this positive 12 to left hand side, it will become negative 12. When I move negative 4x to the other side, this will become positive 4x. So now 3 minus 12 will be negative 9, and this will be 6x. 6 will goes to the other side and divides. So I hope you know this basic concept, when the term is multiplying and if we move to the other side it will divide. Okay, so now we have to simplify. 3 3s are and 3 2s are, so the value of x will be negative 3 over 2. Okay, so I hope everything is clear in this part as well. Now moving towards the next part. Okay, w is equal to 5x minus 6y. Find the value of w when x is equal to 6.2 and y is equal to negative 1.8. So right now I have to just put the value and solve this part. 6.2 and this will be negative 1.8. Okay, so 5 multiplied by 6.2 will give us 31. I hope you know these multiplications I am going through. And then what we have, 6 multiplied by 1.8 will give me 10.8, and this negative will be positive, so 10.8. So the final answer will be 41.8. That's a simple answer. Now the next part, rearrange the formula to make x as a subject. Right now the subject is w. This is what they are talking. The subject is w. So they are saying that make x as a subject. So how we can solve this question? So first, the equation w is equal to 5x minus 6y. I have to make x a subject. So I will move negative 6y to the other side. This will become positive 6y. And 5, we have to make x as a subject. So this means that there must be no number multiplying, adding or dividing with x. So 5 is multiplying, so it will go to the side and divide. So w plus 6y divided by 5. This will be our final answer. Okay. Now, how to solve this types of question? That's a very interesting question. We have to take common, and we have to take common very carefully in these types of question. So now we have to factorize this one. This is not a quadratic, as I told you, quadratic equation like this: ax square plus by plus c equal to 0. ABC is basically a real part, so this is what quadratic equation, but this is not a quadratic equation. We have to take a common, and we have to take common very carefully to solve this question. Now we can take common from these two, and we can take common from these two. So first I will arrange. So I've arranged it. Now what I can take common, I can take 3y as a common, so remaining will be 5. Okay, 5 minus x. This is what I have right now. Okay, I have taken 3y common, so I have 5, and this will be x. Now negative x has a common, so now what I have, this will be x plus 5. But as you see that these two brackets not come same, I need to make these two brackets same. So what I can do right now, now listen to me very carefully. When I take common from the second part, I take negative x as a common. But what will happen if I take positive as a common, positive x as a common? Okay, listen to me very carefully. That's a very interesting concept. If I take, because if I take negative, if I take positive, I will rubbing this. Now you can see that I will take positive x as a common. So when I take positive x as a common, so in the bracket it will be negative x and plus 5. So now you can see these two become the same. As you know, this is 5 minus x and this is minus x plus 5. Both are the same thing. I can write like this: 3y 5 minus x plus x and 5 minus x. As you see, in both x is negative. It will not matter that 5 is written in the first bracket, 5 is written first, and the negative x is written second, and in the second bracket negative x is written first and 5 is written after x. So it's not matter. You have to see the signs are same: negative x, positive 5, positive 5. So now you can see that both have a same bracket, so we will write one time 5 minus x, and in outer side we have 3y plus x. So this will be our final answer. Okay, now moving towards the next part. Write as a single fraction in its simplest form. So how to solve these types of questions? Is a fraction value, so we have to cross multiply it. This x plus 3 will multiply by 2, and x minus 3 will multiply by this. So how we can write this? We will write it like this. This will be cross multiplication. Okay, this is plus 1. I am not solving plus 1 right now. Now these two will be multiplied, so I am writing like this. Now 2 will be multiplied, so it will become 2x plus 6 minus 4x plus 12. In the denominator, we can apply formula. Okay, so what are the formula we can apply? We have formula a square minus b square, that will be equal to a plus b and a minus b. We will apply this formula. Okay, so you can see that if you see, this formula is equal to this part, a plus b and a minus b. So we have to convert the formula into left hand side, convert this form into left hand side, that is a square minus b square. A will be x and b will be 3, so a square minus b square, and plus 1 remain the same. Okay, I hope everything is clear in this part. Now what are the next step? 2x plus minus 4x will give me negative 2x, plus 6 plus 12 will be positive 18. In denominator we have x square minus 9 plus 1. Now what we will do now, as you see this is plus 1, there is no denominator, this means in denominator we have also 1. So we will take LCM again. This will be multiplied by this and this will be multiplied by 1. So now I am solving here. So 1 multiplied by minus 2x plus 18, so it will remain the same, and this value will multiply by 1. This will give me x square minus 9 in denominator, then denominator will multiply with each other, so x square minus 9. So x square I am arranging, x square I am writing first, then minus 2x 18 minus 9 will give us positive 9, and denominator we have x square minus 9. This is what we have done right now. We have to see if there is anything we can do it. We can apply middle term break. If it's possible, then we will surely solve this question more. But right now it's look like we have to stop here, and this will be our final answer, because in this the coefficient is 1. Okay, the coefficient of this is 1, so 1 multiplied by 9 will give us 9. So I have to identify the two number. When I multiply that number, it will give me 9, and when I add or subtract that number, it will give me the middle value, that is minus 2x. But if I have only 3 3s and 9 1s. So 3 plus 3 or 3 minus 3 will give me not give me the middle value. 9 plus 1 or 9 minus 1 will also not give me the middle value. So this will be our final answer. So I hope everything is clear. There is no confusion. Now the next question is x minus 6 divided by 2x is equal to x upon 3x plus 12. Now we need to prove that when we simplify this form, so it will become like this: x square minus 6 is minus 72. So what we need to do, we have equal to in between them, so this will be cross multiply, this will multiply by this, and this 2x multiply by x. So now x minus 6 will multiply with 3x plus 12, and 2x multiplied by x will be 2x square. Now x will multiply with both the term that is represented in the next bracket. X multiplied by 3 is 3x square, x multiplied by 12 will be 12x, minus 6 multiplied by 3x will be minus 18x, and minus 6 multiplied by 12 will give us minus 72 is equal to 2x square. So now I will move this 2x square to this side, so this will become 3x square minus 2x square, and when we solve this, this will become negative 6x minus 72 equal to 0. 3x square minus 2x will give me x square minus 6x minus 72. That's it. This is what we have to do. We have proved that is equation equal to this one. Now in the next part, we have to factorize this equation, and you can see that this equation is equal to 0. When we need to factorize the equation, and equation is quadratic, as you see, this is equation is quadratic and this is equal to 0. So we need to equal to 0 mean we have to find out the value of x in this question. So how we can find the value of x? We have to apply middle term break. This is the quadratic form. I already explained you how to do middle term break. I am explaining you again. So the coefficient is 1. 1 multiplied by minus 72 will be minus 72. Now I have to identify the two numbers. When I multiply that two number, this will give me 72, but when I multiply that two numbers, so this will give me 6, negative 6. So I have to identify that number. So what are these numbers? So the numbers we can do is 72, we have 9 3 is 27, so we don't have any number. So 72 we have 8 9s are 8 multiplied by 9s are 2 multiplied the possibility. I am writing basically the possibility in which table the 72 will come. So I am writing the possibility 236 3 table. We can see the 3 multiplied by 24. So important thing is we have to make the middle value as well, that is 6x. So if I choose this value, if I add 8 and 9, it will give me 17. If I subtract, it will give me 1 or negative 1. It depends on which sign, but it's not making negative 6. So this means this is not a correct option. This is not a correct option. This is not a correct option. If we see this, so we have to find out the other. So we have 12 6 72. We can take this option. So if I give negative to this one and positive to 6, minus 12 multiplied by 6 will give us minus 72. This will satisfy this property. Now the middle value, minus 12 plus 6 will give me negative 6. That's why I give 12 a negative value. So this means the middle value is minus 12 and plus 6. So x square minus 12x plus 6x minus 72 equal to 0. Now the common is x, so x minus 12. Now the common is 6, so x minus 12, because when I take common 6, the sign is positive, so the inner bracket sign will always remain the same. When there is a positive sign, we take common, so equal to 0. As you see, these two brackets come the same, so x minus 12 and x plus 6 equal to 0. Now these two factors are multiplying with each other and they are equal to 0. So I will write separately equal to 0 both the factor. So x will be equal to 12. The fun value of x is 12 and this is a minus 6. So this is what we need to do when the quadratic form is equal to 0. Then this means that we have to find out the value of x. If this equation is not equal to 0, for example, so this will be my final answer. Okay. Now moving towards the next question. Now these questions are very easy, so these questions are homework for you. Please try this one. I hope you can do this question. That's a very easy question. We already done these types of question linear. Now in this question, rearrange the formula by y is equal to 4y minus x divided by 3x to make x as a subject. So right now I have to make x as a subject. So what can I do right now? I have only one choice. This the 3x is dividing. I will move to this side. It will multiply. This will become 3xy is equal to 4y minus x. So as the question demands, we have to make x as a subject. So I will move x to this side. 3xy plus x is equal to 4y. Now you can see that from these two terms I can take x as a common because I have to make x as a subject. So 3y plus 1 will be remaining in the bracket. Now 3y plus 1 is multiplying with x, so 3y will plus 1 will goes to other side and divide. So this will be our final answer. That's a simple question. Now that's a very interesting question again. Now first what as I told you in the previous we have done the part, first see if there is any possibility of common. If there is a possibility we can take common, take a common. As you see in numerator we can take common as a 3. So if I take 3 common, this will become 4x square and this will become y square. In denominator we have to check is there any possibility of common. Yes, we can take common from these two and we can take common from these two as well. So when we take common from these two terms, the 2x will be the common, so x plus 4 will be remaining, and in this you can see that we can take y, negative y as a common, so the sign will be changed in the bracket, so x plus 4 will be the common. Now you can see that both have the same common, so I will write 3 4x square minus y square divided by x plus 4, and in outer side we have 2x minus y. 2x minus y. This will not a final answer. Now we need to check is there any possibility we can apply any formula. Yes, this is what we can apply the formula here. Which formula? A square minus b square, that is equal to a plus b and a minus b. As you see, the value is 4x square minus y square. So this means that I can write this value by like this. So I can write this value by this 2x, because 4 is basically a square of 2 and this is y square. Denominator will remain the same. Now you can see that we can apply the formula. You can see that this is the what formula, left side is a square minus b square. This is also a square minus b square. Formula say a plus b, a minus b. So I will apply the formula a plus b, a minus b. So in denominator x plus 4, 2x minus y. Now there is a cancellation, so we will cancel this out. So the final answer will be 3 2x plus y divided by x plus 4. That's it. So what you need to do, you just need to practice and you have to remember some formulas. So when you do practice, then these questions are very easy question. Now expand and simplify. So you can x minus 3 whole square multiply by 2x plus 5. So I have to apply the formula. We have two formula when there is a whole square. One formula is a minus b whole square, that is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square, and the next is a plus b whole square, that is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. So in this you can see a minus b, a minus b. So I will apply this formula, that is a square minus 2a plus b square. So first I have to apply the formula in this part. So a is x, so I will write x square minus 2ab plus b square. Now we have 2x plus 5. So this, when we simplify, this will become 6x plus 9. Now I have to multiply these two brackets. So x square multiplied by 2x will be 2x cube. X square multiplied by 5 will be 5x square. Now negative 6 multiplied by 2x will be negative 12x square. Negative 6x multiplied by 5 will be negative 30x. Now it's time for 9. Positive 9 multiplied by 2x will give us positive 18x, and 9 multiplied by 5 will be 45. So we can simplify these two terms and these two terms. So 2x cube minus 7x square minus 12x plus 45. So this will be our final answer of this question. Now again I have to make x as a subject, so this is homework for you. Try this one. If you face difficulty, you can ask me on the comment. I will share the solution as well. Okay, in this question, find the value of p when m is equal to 100. So we have to find the value of p. So m is 100, g is 3, this is g square, so 3 square, and 4 means 4.5 square. So now 4.5 square will give us 20.25. I know you know how to multiply. 3 square is 9. This will give us 20.25. When we add, so this will become 29.25. So 29.25 multiplied by 100 will give us 2925. That's it. So we have done how to solve decimal, how to multiply decimal numbers, and how to solve these types of questions. So I hope you have go through that video. That's the important one. Now rearrange the formula to write g in term of. So we have to rearrange in formula and make g. Okay, so right now the equation p is equal to m g square plus h square. So right now I have to make g as a subject. So m is multiplying, this will go to the side and divide. Now I have to make g as a subject, so h will goes to the side. So p over m minus h square is equal to g square. But you can see that in the question they want g in the term of this. So right now I have g square, so I have to apply root on both sides. The square root will be cancelled out, so the final answer will be p over m minus h square whole root. This will be our final answer. Okay, again this is homework for you. Try this one. Okay, these are very easy questions. We already done these types of questions, that's why I'm giving the question as a homework. Now we will try this one again. We have to make y as a subject, so x square goes to the side. H square minus x square is equal to 2y square. 2 will be divided. H square minus x square divided by 2 will be equal to y square. But I need y as a subject, so I have to apply root on both sides. So square root will be cancelled. Final answer will be h square minus x square divided by 2 whole root. This will be our final answer. Okay, again we have to factorize this, so we have to see we can take common. 3x will be common, so the remaining will be x minus 4y. So as I told you, if you want to check we have done the right one, so multiply again. 3x multiplied by x will be 3x square. This is correct. 3x multiplied by 4 will be 3 4 the 12, and x square. This is correct. This means you have to take the corrective. Now expand and simplify. I have to multiply the bracket. M will multiply by m square. M multiplied by 2 will be 2m. Again negative 3 multiplied by n, negative 3m, and negative 3 multiplied by 2 will be negative 6. So the final answer m square minus m, because when we subtract these two, the bigger value is 3, so it will give negative sign. So m square minus m minus 6 will be the final answer. Now moving towards, okay, now we are at the end of the quiz. When you solve it's a very important thing. You have to solve these all the past paper again. Okay, it will give you practice and you will understand what type of questions come in paper. Okay, now rearrange this formula to make L as a subject. So I have to make this as a subject. So first I will move this to this side. So A minus pi r square is equal to pi r L. I have to make L as subject and pi r multiplying with L. So I will move this to other side. So this will divide. So this will be our final answer of this part. Okay, now you have to, this is homework, this is again the homework for you. These all are very important questions. You have to solve, you have to find the value of x, you have to factorize this, you have to factorize this as well, and in this you have to factorize by using Middleton break. And then in the next part you can see that they have put the quadratic equation, same equation, equal to 0. This means you have to find, when you factorize this part, for example, you get the value x plus 3 bracket, for example x plus 3 bracket and x minus, for example, giving you just example of this part. You factorize this, this is the answer of part 1. For part 2 you have to take this value equal to 0 and you have to put both the values separately equal to 0, and then you have to find out the value of x for the part number 2. Okay, I'm just giving the example, I'm not saying this is the answer of this part. Okay, now moving towards the last slide we have, then we will end the class, and I hope everything is clear. If still you have any question or any query, you can just Gmail me as well the question. If you have any question, I already mentioned my Gmail address in the description, or you can just comment me. Okay, I will try to make a separate video for that question. If you Gmail any question, you have any confusion. Now we have a last slide, factorize. We have to factorize this one, so we have to check if there is any possibility of taking any common or any formula. So we can take common because 12 and so first 12 and 15 come in 3 tables, so I take 3 as a common. A square and b cube we have, so we can take ab as a common. So we have remaining 4 because 3 4s are 12. We already take a as a common, and this is a squared, so a is remaining, still one a is remaining, and we already taken b common, so there is no b remaining in the first term. Now the next term, 3 5s are 15, so I have 5. This has only one a, we already taken a as a common, so we don't need to write a, and b has cube, we already taken 1b, so it will remain b square. So this will be our final answer. Now the next part, very interesting part, 4x square plus 12x plus 9 in the form of this. I told you the formula, a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. So right now they have given this form, and we have to convert this into this form. That's why they have given cx plus d whole square. So first I need to break down this formula, or how to find out the value. When you see this formula say a plus b whole square, this means that I have to find the value of a and b, then I will get the answer. So how to find the value of a and b in this question? This is a 4x square plus 12x plus 9. This is what I have right now. Okay, now what I will do, the formula is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, this is what the formula is. So I will compare these two. So a square is equal to 4x square. I need to find out the value of a, to apply a root. So square root will be cancelled out. 4 is basically a square of 2, so 2, and square and root will be cancelled out. This means the value of a is 2x. Now I will compare these two. So b square equal to 9, apply a root on both sides. So the value of b will be 3, because 3 is basically a 9 is 3 is basically a 9 is basically a square of 3. So we got the value of a and b. So I have to, the formula say that a plus b whole square. So a plus b whole square. So you can, if you match this answer with this, so you can see that cx plus d. So we got c is 2, x plus d is 3. So this will be our final answer. Okay, I hope everything is clear to you. There is no confusion in this question. Now the last question we have, that's a very interesting question. What we need to do in the last part? In the last part, it's basically connected with the part number 1. We have done the part 1. Now I am doing part 2 of b. Okay, they say that 4x square plus 12x plus 9 is equal to 49. Hence solve. Solve means I have to find out the value of x. So how I can find the value of x? So in this part I already solved this equation. That is equal to this. So I will write 2x plus 3 whole square is equal to 49. So now I have to find out the value of x. So I will apply square root on both sides. This will be cancel out. Okay, this will be cancel out, and 49 is basically a square of 7. So 2x plus 3 equal to 7. 3 will goes to other side and it will become 4. 2x equal to 4. 2 will be divided, so 4 divided by 2, so the final answer will be 2. That's it. So that's it. We have done all the recent past paper question of the topic algebra, and all the questions are mixed up of O level and IGCSE both. So I hope everything is clear. Inshallah next video we will do the next topic. Allah Hafiz.